Good evening, I'm meteorologist Danielle Mosley, the weather impact update for you. Today has been an absolutely gorgeous day. Plenty of sunshine. It has really felt nice. It's been beautiful outside. And this is just the beginning of a warming trend. First, let's talk about the fires and the droughts and what's happening. There is a risk of high fire danger. Now, earlier this evening, everywhere, almost the entire state of Georgia was in this orange color. You can see they've scaled it back just a little bit. Unfortunately, Northeast Georgia still continues to be in this high fire danger risk because the ground is so very dry. And we're not the only ones dealing with the current fires. In fact, as we take a look at our current fires across the southeast, look how many. Each one of these little fire icons, that represents a current burning fire right now. There's several across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and even in Georgia. As we take a closer look into the state of Georgia, especially across South and Central Georgia, we have been seeing a lot of devastating fires right now. And even earlier today, we saw a pretty large fire that was in Murray County, that was in Northwest Georgia, and it burned for hours. And I do mean hours. They ended up getting it contained, but it was definitely very dry. Earlier this evening, you could see the treetops from our tower camera, and it was definitely very dry. Yes, we're in the middle of really season change. We're preparing for winter to arrive. However, if you take a look at all the vegetation, the grass, everything is brown. There's no water at all. And today our humidity was so low. In fact, at one point I checked, it was 17% humidity. That means that all of those fuels, the leaves, the grass, the trees, were all even drier because there's no moisture in the air. So that was causing things to be even worse for any of those fires. Anything that caught on fire today was very hard to contain. Luckily, our fire ingredients are going to be a little bit less strong than what we saw today. In fact, here is a look at those fire ingredients from today. We were in a drought, extreme drought in portions of Georgia, right? And that is exactly where you're seeing most of those fires that have developed throughout the day today. Our wind gusts, they were lower. Yes, not as windy as what we saw yesterday. However, that lack of humidity literally just dried everything out even worse than what we were already seeing. This is a look at that fire that I was telling you about in Murray County at Peoples Lake Road. It had a lot of acreage on fire. And you can see the treetops there, they're all very brown. The land is just very, very dry. And even as we take a look at our satellite and radar, all of the rainfall that is in Missouri and heading to the east, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any of that rainfall. We've been dry all day long. We've had a few clouds, but no moisture at all. And our rain chances show that over the next 5 days, our best chance to see some rain will be Friday night going into Saturday. And that's only a 30% chance. So we're not looking at really heavy rainfall totals by any means. In fact, there is a chance for some excessive rainfall in the Northwest Georgia corridor. But overall, it's looking like we could probably only see some spotty showers at best. Let's time it out for you. This is a look at what we're tracking. Yes, there's a very light chance that we could see some light showers Tuesday night into Wednesday, but that's not going to be making a big impact at all. It is really Friday and going into your Saturday where we could be seeing some rain. The heaviest of the rainfall, unfortunately, going to be staying up to the north in portions of Virginia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. And we will be dry by Sunday. Here's our rainfall comparison. Our American model is showing maybe we see almost an inch of rain here in metro Atlanta. Meanwhile, the European model showing less than half of an inch. So it's definitely a differencing of opinions, but bottom line is we need good measurable rain. We are definitely very dry right now, and our drought monitor shows the extreme drought just south of metro Atlanta. Even where we have that risk of elevated fire danger in northeast Georgia, it's not even abnormally dry. You can see the update kind of took all of the drought out of that area. However, it's still very dry. And we are definitely seeing some really strong fires in this Northwest Georgia corridor. So you can only imagine what's happening in South Georgia. Here's a live look into Midtown tonight. Overall, it's been a beautiful day. Our temperatures were warm once again. A little bit cooler, I should say, since we had that dry cold front that passed through. But overall, overnight tonight, we're going to be into the 40s, and this is just kind of a warming trend for us. So not only are we talking about drought and dry conditions, but we're also talking about our temperatures that will continue to be rising. In fact, by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, our highs could be near 80 degrees. That's just hot for this time of the year. That's very spring-like. We really should be around 64, and unfortunately, we're going to be around 80. We are be tracking some sprinkles early Wednesday. When I say early, I do mean like overnight Tuesday into your Wednesday, and then maybe some heavy rainfall for this weekend. That's one thing that we're still continuing to track. As far as our high temperatures are concerned for tomorrow, like I said, that average high of 64, we're going to be well above that. Tomorrow, highs near 73 degrees in metro Atlanta. Here's a look at your Tuesday planner. Plenty of sunshine throughout the morning and the afternoon hours. We're going to jump up into the low 70s by 3 p.m. And then we'll be ending our day on the warmer side because we have another warm day on the next day as we enter your Wednesday and on your Thursday and even on your Friday. We're tracking those rain showers. So let's take a look at the possibility of a light spotty shower for your Tuesday. This is like Tuesday morning at 11:30 a.m. 67 degrees. We could have some increasing high clouds in the evening hours. Then we start to see some more clouds kind of coming in overnight. That's what's going to be bringing that slight rain chance in here. And I'm talking less than 10% chance of rain overnight Tuesday into your Wednesday, and a cloudy start to your Wednesday morning. But check out your Wednesday afternoon at 12:30. This model has 78 degrees in Atlanta. That is hot. That's 78 degrees, and that's with some cloud cover. And in fact, if you're thinking those temperatures are way above average, they are. 64 degrees is where we should be for this time of the year. And even as we take a look at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we are going to be likely warmer even then. This is what's very interesting as well. Could we be breaking or tying some record high temperatures for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? The record high on Wednesday is 80 degrees, and we're forecasting a high of 79. Thursday, 79 and 79. Friday, 77 and 77. I say it's a good chance that we could be getting very close to either tying or breaking some record highs. Your 7-day forecast for tomorrow, 73 degrees on Tuesday, plenty of sunshine, maybe a light shower, really in North Georgia at best. Tuesday night into Wednesday, 79 degrees for Wednesday and Thursday, then around 77 for your Friday. We are going to be continuing to track that rain shower. We need the rain. I know people don't like to hear rain on the weekend, but we really need this rain. The fire departments know that we need this rain because it has definitely been very difficult. The good news with today is the winds were low. If those winds were any higher, that would have just been horrible. So definitely saw a lot of fires today. The drought conditions aren't going to be relieved. Humidity will be up just a little bit for your Wednesday and Thursday, which will provide a little bit of relief, but still there is a risk of fire danger. So you want to make sure that you are burning appropriately. You want to make sure that you are being very neighborly. Don't just throw your cigarettes out of the window. Make sure you dispose of them properly. Even something small as like a car fryer. And with these temperatures being so high, cars could definitely overheat. So if you do have anything, you want to make sure you get away from your car during this time. Make sure that you are being as safe as possible. We will continue to track this rain for your Friday night into your Saturday, and maybe a cooler, still above average, unseasonable start to next week. I'm meteorologist Danielle Moss. We will continue to update the forecast, and we will be bringing you another update tonight at 11 p.m.